to the museum. Okay. And it's been opening the door for a lot of conversations, the history, because it was ironic. They tried to salt the earth. The house they had some activities going on here that wasn't cool. We had to come shut it down. You know what I'm saying? Opposition was handcuffed and casted before we abandoned it. Right. And like even when Napoleon tried to knock the Sphinx up the nose of the pyramid, that's a strategic tactic. Like, so they really tried to take the legacy away from Chairman Fred who was here. Right. This is Chairman Fred speaking. This is at the actual headquarters, the central headquarters. That was Central Committee, Illinois chapter. Jewel Cook and also Omar Breaks. I was telling the youngsters, what's the little sister rapping, Katie got bands. That's actually her uncle. Okay. This is Black Panther Party Cubs down in Standard Rock, North Dakota. We use solidarity with the indigenous community about fighting the pipelines down there. This is articles written about the house. We ain't had no more support from the local media. We only call them out, you know what I'm saying? But, very much since then, there ain't been no local support. But this is the Minister of Culture, who was the former Minister of Culture for Black Panther Party, Emory Douglas, some of his artwork. This is actually Chairman Fred, literally like a month before he was assassinated, when they had brought him to Oakland, California Central Committee to be put up on national leadership. You have the national chairman of the Black Panther Party, Bobby Seale. You have Field Marshal D.C., Donald D.C. Cox, Minister of Education, Masai Hewitt, the local, State of Illinois Deputy Minister of Defense, Robert Rush. That was like literally, again, a month before he was assassinated. This is the Deputy Minister of Health, Doc Satcher, who's also my godfather. Out of the survivors, December 4th, 1969, he took the most hits. In fact, we got a container with his dirt from his grave. We just physically lost him about 8 years ago. But he survived. He survived in the sense that he still was carrying that emotional, that hit, December 4th, 1969. Ironically, I just read a piece that Doc was talking about how, contrary to a lot of people try to switch history around, say that, William O'Neill, you have William O'Neill, you try to say he was Chairman Fred Security. He talks about how Chairman Fred made it clear it was not his security. Chairman Fred would talk about, even it was one of his speeches in July 1969, he said you go down to the county hospital with a common cold, you come up, you come up dead, just so happens somebody else needs your brain tissue, your sex organ. Don't go down there, go down to the Spurgeon J. Winters Medical Center and see Dr. Fieldgood, Deputy Minister of Health, Dr. Satcher. This is the Spurgeon J. Winters Medical Center. His cousin is on the way out here today too, matter of fact. Jake, that's who Chairman Fred wanted me to be named after. Jake was assassinated November 13th, 1969 on 50th and Calumet. He moved in defense of self-defense. He took down 3 police, Chicago police, before they took him out. They shot his body up over 30 minutes, pumped his body full of bullets after they assassinated him on the south side of Chicago. One of the police that he had took out in defense of his own life came on the raid, the assassination hit, the attack to hit Chairman Fred. These are the Chicago police carried Chairman Fred's body out, and they were chanting, "Chairman Fred is dead." This is a portrait of Chairman Fred. This is the national chairman, National Minister of Defense, Bobby Seale, in California. Again, it's another picture of police bring Chairman Fred's body out, and they saying, so they were chanting, "Chairman Fred is dead." That's a portrait over there, a picture. Chairman Fred, and you see there's brush on the side, but even facing the other way, right from the white dude, that's William O'Neill then. On the other side to the right of Chairman Fred Jr., there was some contradictions being exposed about him also. This is Philadelphia. Chapter. Up in the corner, that's Defense Captain Mark Clark. Defense Captain Mark Clark was Defense Captain from Peoria, Illinois. Peoria was a branch of the Black Panther Party. And Illinois was a chapter, but Peoria was a branch. You had Peoria, Rockford, Champaign, various branches, but that was one of the branches. He was Defense Captain. Chairman Fred again speaking. This is a piece of sister named Sophia Dawson out of New York. She had painted up me and my mother when I was a child. This is the picture I had grew up with as a child. We grew up in this house. Chairman Fred speaking. We got that corduroy coat. We had found it. That we got that. Because we part of the museum also. This is who was my mother to be. She was actually 8.5 months pregnant, carrying me at the time. I don't know if you heard the details how the assassination went down, but December 4th, 1969, they were armed with a floor plan so detailed they even knew a pack of cigarettes. In fact, what type of cigarettes it was? Cool cigarette where it may be inside the house. The FBI, they tried to take Chairman Frey from the streets a number of ways prior to assassinating, straight out assassinating him. There were the infamous letters where they sent to the Blackstone Rangers saying that the Black Panther Party should take good territory, vice versa, trying to create an antagonistic situation for the Panthers and for the Stones to kill them. They were unsuccessful with that. It's a famous meeting with Chairman Frey when they go down there and meet the Stones, one of certain points of unity. It's documented in another book called Up on Madison down on 79th Street by John L. Rice, where the FBI told vice lords they get him 16th Street under the condition the Panther Party would not be able to open a free medical center on 16th Street. He subsequently warned them to some points of unity. Then there's a case also when he was locked up. I don't know if you knew about the ice cream truck robbery case they gave you about that, right on this corner. In fact, the brother who actually said he did it, he just passed last year, but they had locked Chairman Frey for the case. And they say he posted $71 for ice cream truck and gave it to the children. His response was, even though they lied on me, they made me have to be a thief, they made me have to be a Robin Hood type of thief, still showing 2 days of a Panther. They sent him to Stateville. At that time, Stateville would call you by your last name, call you by a number, as opposed to your last name. Whenever they approached him with the number, his only response was, I'm Deputy Chairman Frey, I'm the Illinois Chapter Chairman of Black Panther Party. They classified him to be what they call criminally mentally insane for refusing to answer to a number. Sent him down to Menard. When he got to Menard in 1969, I met these same guys myself in 1999. And they used to do hits for the ward. And the plan was to do a hit on Chairman Frey. When he got down to Menard, he politicized him to the point where he said, man, listen, we own Chairman Frey's security. Behind him, we're going to be accountable for. He was subsequently released on appeal bond August 13, 1969. Came out, same revolutionary fervor, still organizing. So that's the state had to turn the heat up, say, man, you know what I'm saying, cutting no corners, go straight to the chase, take him out of assassination. Group of young brothers, 12, 13, 14 years old, the YMCA, these brothers used to do unofficial security on the house, on the block, on Monroe West, 2337 West. We call it Chairman Frey after way. That sign is significant because it was a fight to name the street after him. Most definitely came up, put the sign up. Every year we do it, they fought us on it. We're gonna redo it again though. It's climbing right now, we might push it. But we weren't tripping really with no loss because we would expose a lot of contradictions. Because Chicago, they give you signs, they give you helping us signs, all the preachers. Why they wouldn't give Chairman Frey the sign, expose some contradictions. So the YMCA sent these young brothers out of town on one retreat. They came in Illinois Bell phone trucks, the FBI, the Chicago police. They blocked the entire block up. They came in, they knocked on the doors. Argument said, who's there? The police said, Thomas. Tommy said, Tommy Dunn. They immediately started shooting. They immediately shot China down from the Brewer. Again, then Minister of Health, Doc Satchel, this dirt from his grave right here. He took the most hits out of survivors. Vince Mark Clark was hit through the door. They assassinated him through, they came in. The other occupants said, stop shooting. We got a pregnant sister in here. She had just turned 19 November 28th, a few days prior to this. She felt the shells come through the mattress. She knowing her husband, knowing her comrade, she covered down over him. Cause he was moving too slow, it went normal. They pulled out the room, that's his bathrobe, that's his house shoes. And they opened the robe and they jammed a pistol to her stomach. When I talk about it, I say the prenatal care I got, as opposed to Dr. Stethoscope, was a Chicago Police Department's revolver. You look closer, you see it's December 4th, 1969. They went inside the room, fired 7 more shots, and those were the fatal shots that assassinated Chairman Frey. They took her and the survivors, gave them a trumped up case, and locked up. So that was my first selling before I got here. So I almost was born locked up. And then this my 50 years this past December 4th. We have every December 4th, we have International Revolutionary Day. Every August 30th, we have the Chairman Frey Streets Party. Those are 2 major dates that we have with us. And they says now they got Saviors Day, you know what I'm saying? Black Panther Party Club, those 2 days with us are mandatory, you know, like the community. You see people come from all over. This is Dr. Margaret Burrow. This actually when I first came home, had a little more hair on my head, not less weight. Dr. Margaret Burrow, that was Paul Robeson's lady day. She had a lot of his business, and she was lost up a few years ago. Matter of fact, my welcome home was right down the street, in the center, down the street. And I was given a trumped up charge in 1992. They say I posed a firebomb a Korean-owned store in response to the verdict rendered in the Cincinnati Valley by Rodney King. So I did get Judge Michael B. Tooley give me 18 years. I served 9, and so came back out, still serving people. This is when we said the Sons Anakin got shit on the Panthers and Cubs. So this is our table. This is a lot of our decisions I made. You know what I'm saying? And I said, like we tell people, no slight on nothing else. This ain't Black Lives Matter, the Black Panther Party Cubs. And I tell you, hear people, well, is this the new Panther? The Black Panther Party Cubs, you know, because no chase, but that's the organization that can't make the Black Panther Party. questions?
No questions. It's really, it's all, you know what I'm saying, a lot of what you just said is like, it's new to me, you know what I'm saying? So that's why I'm here, just, you know what I'm saying, get my history, you know what I'm saying, get what's going on, you know what I'm saying? So I'm here, man. I'm definitely, you know what I'm saying, go push everything y'all got going.
Right on.
You know what I'm saying? Keep this going, man. We gotta change the narrative for ourselves.
Got to, man.
Straight up.
I'm honored you here, and it's no slight on you, but it's done by happenstance. Like even with the children in school across the street, they know this history. They used to stay upstairs and know. And it's attempted, like after they assassinated, they came through poor people at their house and said there'd never be nothing free and happen. You know what I'm saying? And it's like salt in the earth, man. And we politicize them cats in them schools to the point we had making jokes. They get a bigger shirt size, their chest was sticking out. Maywood is geographically a small location with a political giant. People to know, you know what I'm saying? He led the largest chapter of the Black Panther Party. They need to know that. You know what I'm saying? Like you over here, like people over here, children. They talking about, man, that's what Chairman Fred grew up in. You know what I'm saying? Went to grammar school across the street. The high school Proviso East. What's her name? Bob Johnson, ex-wife. When she ran for homecoming queen, wasn't no black homecoming queen. He challenged that as a youth. That's how she got the black homecoming queen. Real talk. You know what I'm saying? So this, we talk about these different dynamics. Contrary to what I was been told, that movement started from the top up. In other words, Obama called Sharpton to office and meet with him. They ain't had stuff change. It comes, we see right now, from the ground up. You know what I'm saying? From the ground up. In the Black Panther Party, the survival programs, first free medical center, free busing programs to prison, free breakfast program that paid $30,000 children a week. I'll be misinformed to believe the Rainbow Coalition was started by Reverend Jesse Jackson. It was Chairman Fred in a city that remains one of the top segregated cities in the country. Dealt with the race and the class contradiction, politicized young patriots who were poor whites at Appalachian Mountains to a point of certain. They were so reactionary one time, they were wearing Confederate flags in their jackets. The young lords on the leadership of Cha-Cha Menez, one of them certain points of political unity. The vice lord disciples. In fact, the devil disciples taking up publicly say, renounce to be the black disciple due to political education received from Chairman Fred Black Panther Party. That's what the colors of black and blue come from the Panther Party. So all these, it's a history that's not, we cannot afford to talk about no abstract of that back then, but to make the concrete connection to what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying? We need forces in all arenas. You know what I'm saying? The NBA, the PhDs, the BGDs, the BPS, everybody in every arena to get this. You know what I'm saying? Man. You know what I'm saying? It's objective. Like you say, they never hear me say the police killed my daddy. You hear me say the government assassinated Chairman Fred. Right. This is a graphic example of what this system will go to, what extent they go to, and has gone to take away our fight for self-determination. Right. You know? So, I'll be remiss. I cannot. That's the visionary, Mr. UEP Newton. I can't come without that. Right. This is the house after the assassination. People came all over the world to see what happened to the 47 shootout. We're raising funds right now. We're gonna try to turn this to a mock assassination room. You know what I'm saying? Just working on getting that. So we talking about, you see right now. When we came here, it was open drug trafficking going on. We had the clean house. You know what I'm saying? Next door we cleaned out. We had the savethehamptonhouse House garden going on. Man, we need support. You know what I'm saying? To keep this stuff moving, man. Yeah. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk. You know? Every Saturday we have in the fifth Black Panther Party Free Break program. We got the Black Panther Party Cubs, Triple C's, Children Community Cubs. We in Saint-Denis, France, Guyana, all over the world, Sao Paulo, Brazil. Not just free food, not just free clothes, but politicizing the people. You know what I'm saying? We do it every Saturday. Triple C's. We got a Freedom on Radio. So check it out. It's every Wednesday. Goes with myself and Lady of Rage, Afro Plus. That's our co-host. Every Wednesday we're doing that show. It's called Freedom on Radio. This week we're going to be talking about, this Wednesday we're going to be talking about our deputy chairman in France got locked up on Trump case. We're going to talk about that, some more issues though. Yeah, we need you to help us. I'm going to take you to contact. Yeah, I'll be texting you all the updates and shows. You get out to those things in certain arenas. You know what I'm saying? People, you know, the other forces are better tapping into than say, all right, yeah, real talk. Yeah, sure. Real talk. Again, man, we honor you came, man. You came back. How long you in town?
Man, I'm in and out, man. From the head out, you know what I'm saying? Go back to work, you know what I'm saying? Move for a while.
Yeah, man.
I'm in and out.
We say it's different between the revolution and the war. War is two occupying armies, shoot them, boot up and get out. Revolution, we gain the mass and participation, the masses of the people, man. So, man, this isn't no February thing, man. Like I say, you get your number. Man, I'm seeing these radio shows. Help us get the word out to help save the Hampton House, man. Real talk. Support that shirt once you can, you know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna rock it.
Rock that motherfucker. That press on you, and rock that motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? Get it shit, get it. You two press, y'all, you get two press days back to back shit. Ain't watch that motherfucker go out again.